Which game theme is the most popular? Which difficulty setting gets the most stars? Which type of level is the most popular among creators? And do players like this type of level as well? How likely is Mario to die when entering a random stage? And most importantly, which country averages the most stars per capita? Until recently, we weren't able to find satisfying answers to questions like these, because until recently, there was no open Mario Maker data available outside of the bookmarking page. But thanks to the awesome work of my nerdy friend Tachyo, we finally have a dataset to toy around with. In this video, we will further investigate our Mario Maker data, and we'll take a look at tons of random Mario Maker facts. Some of them are really interesting, and some are really dumb. So you ready? Let's do this! So, since the title says so, let's first find out how likely Mario is to die when entering a completely random stage. The global clear rate for stages with more than 100 plays is about 22.4%. This means that on average, over all Mario Maker levels, the chance for Mario to survive when entering a random stage is roughly about 1 out of 5. So if we imagine 5 random 1-up incarnations of Marios and put each one of them in a completely random Mario Maker level, then only 1 out of those 5 would statistically survive. I hope no one is too attached to Mario number 4. I hope in general that no one is too attached to any random incarnation of Mario, because they die even faster than Goombas. There are 205 levels out there that killed Mario over 1 million times. And there are 4 levels which actually managed to kill Mario over 10 million times. The most dangerous stage ever made being Super Meat Bros with over 15 million deaths. That's a lot of deaths, but there are even more if we sum up the number of all deaths in all stages with over 100 plays. Then we end up with this unbelievable number. Yep, since the release of Super Mario Maker, Mario died over 1.6 billion times. As it turns out, Mario had a couple of really bad years. So after my last video on the statistically best level ever made, I got a lot of comments arguing that the parameters I used to determine the best stage are completely arbitrary. And those people are definitely right. So let's toy around some more with the sample set and see if we get any better results. If we take a look at the best star to visit ratio in the sample size of stages with over 500 plays, we actually get a really well-made level as a result. Nightmare Disco by Ran, a level that is part of the 3-year Mario Maker compilation and a ton of fun to beat. For the whole margin of levels with over 700 plays but less than 16,000 plays, we get another incredibly well-made level as the statistically best made level ever. This beautiful stage is called Pure Satisfaction and made by an incredibly talented maker called Camden. In this brilliant level, our plumber becomes entrapped on top of this bumper. And then nothing happens for about 480 seconds. Until this beautiful bump finally ends and we are able to leave this brilliant level. Hooray! Magnificent! Bumpers are truly the answer. But on a more serious note, there is a reason why this level and the one we took a look at in the previous video got so many stars. As Tachyo was kind enough to point out to me, it's not possible to skip a stage in a 100 Mario challenge if Mario isn't touching the ground. In those 2 levels, Mario is on top of a bumper, which counts as being in air all the time. Because of this, people aren't able to skip the level. So many people probably just either start the stage by accident while trying to escape those horrible bumpers, or they were so surprised that an unskippable stage is possible that they started because of this once they finally survived it. And they all survived it, since there is no way to escape the bumper. In general, the chance for a level to have a high star to visit ratio rises depending on how many people finish the stage. We can take a look at this thanks to our data. Here we once again take a look at all levels that have over 100 plays. Levels with normal difficulty average 208 stars per level, followed by easy stages with 166 stars per stage on average. And then there is a huge gap between the expert and super expert stages. The average level with a normal difficulty is expected to get more than double the amount of stars in comparison to expert or super expert levels. What's interesting here, however, and really surprised me, is that normal levels still get significantly more stars on average than easy stages do. Turns out a little bit of challenge seems to be something most people still are looking for, just not too much. We can, by the way, take a look at the same statistics but sorted by game style or level tag instead. The most popular level theme is the Super Mario Bros. U theme, followed closely by the Mario Bros. Theme. Those two are actually so close on their average star count that I would say they're equally popular. The Mario World theme is significantly less popular among players, even though a little more Mario World levels exist than Mario Bros. Levels do in our sample size. What I found really amazing, however, is how incredibly unpopular the Mario Bros. Freestyle is. Mario U levels average almost double the amount of stars than Mario Bros. 3 stages do. So if you're sitting in front of your level creation screen thinking about creating a stage, then your chances of getting stars are statistically cut in half if you decided to build your stage in the Mario Bros. 3 theme. No idea why, honestly. What's also interesting is to take a look at which tag or level genre is the most popular one. The data is interesting for a couple of reasons. First, the themes that are the most popular among creators aren't the ones that get the most stars. The most popular genre among creators with over 14,000 stages in our dataset are traditional stages, followed by theme levels, followed by puzzles. The genres people like the least to build levels around are Yoshi, track, and shoot 'em up levels. Shoot 'em up levels only being 990 stages out of our 300,000 level sample. But if we take a look at the average star rate of these genres, things look a lot different. Puzzle, theme, and traditional levels are all at the bottom of this list. Traditional levels actually being at the very bottom. The average traditional stage only gets 165 stars. The most popular levels are dash, automatic, and music levels. The average music level has over 1000 stars. So if we wanted to make the perfect star grinding level, then we should build a normal difficulty music level in the Super Mario Bros. U or the Super Mario Bros. Style, right? Well, yes! On average, a Mario Bros. U normal music level has 3090 stars. Just keep in mind that there are only 123 levels in our sample that do exactly this, so things start to become a little bit less precise. By the way, interestingly, the most common combination of those elements are traditional, normal difficulty Mario Bros. 3 levels, which only average at about 151 stars per level. Okay, so before we start to do dumb things with our data, just one more thing. There are 517 levels out there that have been attempted by over 100 people but still have a clear rate of 0%. Here's the list in case anyone wants to start to clear them. So let's do something silly. Let's combine our Mario Maker data with official data from you guessed it, from the World Bank and the UN. This allows us to calculate the average star count of levels made in a specific country. We're only going to take a look at levels with more than 100 but less than 10,000 plays here, so that ultra popular creators don't distort our results. The most popular levels are, unsurprisingly, with an average of 106 stars per stage, levels that were made in Belgium. Japan being close second with 105 stars on average. If we don't cap the sample size at 10,000 plays, Japan wins with an average star count of 251 per Japanese level. Next, let's find out which country has the highest level per capita value in the whole world. That's the country where the average person made the most Super Mario Maker levels. The result is unsurprisingly Australia. So as it turns out, people seem to be crazy for Super Mario Maker in Australia, since the average Australian built 0.0013 Mario Maker levels during their life. That's an insane number, considering that the second placed country, Japan, only averages on 0.00067 levels per person living in Japan. So in Australia, the average person built double the amount of levels than at any other place in the world. As a side note, we are running our data against the population data of 2015, the release year of Super Mario Maker, in case anyone is wondering. So, as it turns out, Australians built by far the most Mario Maker stages. But are those stages any good? Let's find out which country has the most stars per capita. This time, it actually is Japan, with an insane global lead. The average Japanese person earned about 0.17 stars during their lifetime. That's an insane value, considering that the second country, Switzerland, only averages about 0.04 stars per capita. So congratulations to Japan. In case anyone is wondering, the States made it onto the honorable 6th place with about 0.028 stars per capita. That's a really good result, and clearly ahead of Austria, my own country, but it's behind Canada, since the average Canadian got 0.034 stars during their lifetime. There is honestly so much silly, stupid and interesting stuff possible with this data, I can't possibly take a look at all of it. But luckily I don't have to, because my favorite data scrapper, Tachyo, actually decided to make the whole dataset public. But not only did he decide to publish the data, he even went through the trouble of putting together a small video about how the data scrapping worked and how to use the dataset so that everyone is able to toy around with the data. The link to the video is in the description and I highly recommend everyone to check it out. Not only is it really interesting to see how the data can be used, but he will also answer the eternal question whether there is a country out there that currently has more nuclear warheads than Mario Maker stages with 10 stars. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, and maybe you feel especially like you learned a ton of trivia today and want to hit the subscribe button as well. I hope that all of you have a wonderful day and to see you soon. Goodbye!